Put an adverb of time at the beginning of a sentence when you want to emphasize when an action or event happened. This adds more emotion to a sentence. For example, finally, you have reached here. Soon, we will make an important decision. Adverb of time yet is generally used in negative and interrogative sentences. It refers to something which has not happened or we think has not happened. Adverbs of time daily, weekly, monthly and annually can also be used as adjectives. As an adjective, these come before a noun and as an adverb of time at the end of a clause. In the previous two lessons, we studied adverbs of manner and place. If you haven't yet watched the lessons, you can follow the link above or in the description below. Now it's time to move a step further and discuss in detail adverbs of time, which revolve around the question word when. Friends, my name is Hemant Singh Rana and you're watching in Live in English, making the language entertaining, lively and functional. And it's time to learn something new. In simple terms, we can say adverbs of time tell us when some action or event happens. To get the hang of adverbs of time, let's see some sentences. Observe carefully how adverbs indicate the time of an action and answer the question when. We bought this house recently. When did we buy the house? Recently. I will soon inform him about my decision. When will I inform him? Soon. He comes home late. When does he come home? Late. They plan to finish the project early today. When do they plan to finish the project? Early today. These were some of the adverbs of time. Let's see the complete list of such adverbs. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, tonight, hourly, nightly, daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, quarterly, annually or yearly, already, recently, lately, now, then, previously, ago, before, since, still, till, yet, early, soon, late, first, last, next, finally, eventually, just, long, no longer or not any longer. Since all these adverbs are generally used in our daily communication, these are not difficult to recognize. When we use adverbs of time in a sentence, primarily three questions are answered for us. First, when does something happen? Second, how long does it happen? And finally, how often does it happen? Simply put, adverbs of time can describe when, how long and how often something happens or takes place. Let's see some examples to get a better understanding. Martha met me yesterday. Met when? Yesterday. I'll talk to you later. Talk when? Later. Mark worked all morning to finish the report. Worked how long? All morning. Eric practices for hours. Practices how long? For hours. I sometimes like to go on a long drive. How often? Sometimes. Mike goes abroad frequently. How often? Frequently. Now we know what exactly adverbs of time are. Let's improve our understanding of some commonly used adverbs. Yet, still and already. These three adverbs are quite frequently used in our daily communication. We use yet for something that is expected. It means up to the moment of speaking, mainly in negative or negative interrogative sentences. Let's see some examples. Haven't you finished your work yet? No, not yet. I haven't had my breakfast yet. Steve has not yet responded to our proposal. Haven't you received the call yet? Yet comes at the end of an interrogative or a negative statement. In more formal communication, it can take mid-position as well. Adverb still suggests that some situation or activity continues from the past into the present. We use still for something going on longer than expected. It is mostly used in affirmative sentences. In positive statements and questions, it goes in mid-position. For example, we are still living in the same old house. Is Dave still in the office? He is still reading the book. Do they still go to church on Sundays? In negative sentences, still comes after the subject. For example, Alex still hasn't finished his work. You still aren't convinced, it seems. The board still hasn't taken the decision. We can also use yet in place of still, but it will be less emphatic. To lay more emphasis, use still. We use adverb already when something happens sooner than expected. We use it in mid-position in positive statements and questions. For example, the deadline is tomorrow, but we have already finished the work. Have you already eaten your breakfast? Yes, I have. Do you need a cup of coffee? I've already had it. If we want to lay emphasis or want to make our sentences more emphatic, we can use adverb already in the end position. For example, I have had enough trouble with Dale already. Get up, it's lunchtime already. They have suffered a great deal already. Have you taken the medicine already? Yes, sir. Other adverbials of time that we use quite frequently are no longer, anymore, and any longer. No longer means something that existed in the past but not now. It goes in mid-position, as in, we no longer live downtown. David no longer works with us. The building is no longer used. We often use any longer in a negative sentence for something that is about to end. We use the adverbial to say that something that was once true or possible is not now. For example, I'm not going to tolerate you any longer. We will not perform any longer. I can't afford to study in this university any longer. Anymore means the same as any longer, but it is mostly used in informal communication. It generally goes in the end position in negative sentences, as in, I don't work in this company anymore. I'm not interested in buying this house anymore. This building is not in use anymore. Long and far. These two adverbs are used only in questions and negative statements, as in, how long have you been waiting for us? Anna hasn't gone far. I have no reason to work long today. Do we have to travel that far to meet you? In positive statements, we use a long time or a long way, and comparative and superlative forms of long and far as well, as in, I waited a long time for you. I have taken a long way to home. We spent a long time on this project. Rex is taking longer to reach here. We can go further as we have time. Among all, Mike took longest to finish the project. We placed the bed furthest from the window. To make our sentences more emphatic or to lay more stress on time and distance, we use to, so, as, and enough with long and far. For example, You made us wait too long. I haven't seen Martha for so long. We worked long enough to finish the project on time. They traveled far enough to be not visible to us. Play here only. Don't go too far. He walked so far that he forgot the way. You can stay here as long as you want. We will run as far as possible. So friends, that's it in this lesson. I hope you found the information on adverbs of time useful. In case you have any doubt or question, please feel free to share it with me. I'll be more than happy to reply to you. In the next lesson, we'll study about adverbs of frequency. I'll be back with a detailed lesson soon. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Goodbye.